already. I'm going to share it one more time. All right. That's fine there. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's better. Hello and welcome to the stream. We had some small little snafus earlier. Some small snafus to a point where we almost didn't go live. We were very close. We were this close. We were this close to not going live, so. But, yeah. Sponsored beverage drink here. I'm truly not showing any of that at all. Cheers, mate. Cheers, everybody. So, that being said, I have some good news for those who are fans of the channel. I have some very good news, very, very good news. The good news on that note being that my Lego parts for the Lego Optimus Prime are going to be showing up here relatively within the next couple of, like, maybe within the next week or so, maybe the next week and a half. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. But, so as soon as we get some people in the stream here, then we will, unbox this dude. So, there we go. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're unboxing the Studio Series Apelinq from Rise of the Beasts. You have no idea the troubles I had to go through to get this thing and come home with it today. Okay? Story time, folks. It's story time with Thomas Van Owen. So, I went to 4 different Targets today to go see if I could find this guy and the Studio Series 86 Galvatron, which I did find both of them. But I found not just one version of these, I found 2. And the reason why I chose to get Apelinq first is because Apelinq, number one, he finishes off my Studio Series Maximals. And this is the same background in the Peruvian jungle. This is not from... I want to say this is from Terra. I don't know if that's true, but please tell me if I'm wrong in the comments below. If I am, I will immediately say, hey, I got it wrong. But there is a planet that is in Beast Wars Neo and Beast Wars 2nd. Oh. As I say for a minute there, we almost had the channel animal show up there to give us his little opinion on everything. But, so yeah, there was that. But anyways, this is the Peruvian jungle, not Terra, or at least I believe it's Terra from the Rise of the Beasts intro to the movie, and I realize there's more of these little thingies. There we go. That's better. Alright, so there's that, and as always, we need to completely remove this. So, there we go, we have that. And because I don't give 2 craps for these insert background pieces, so then we can just clean off all the plastic ties over here. So, that being said, if you guys do decide to comment and make note and, you know, say things in words to me in the live stream, you guys do realize I will shout you out at the end of the video. I have not failed to do that in any one of my live streams. So, I must say this, though. I do like the way that they did Apelinq. I really do like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's obviously the Optimus Primal mold, but at the same time, I can't complain about this mold at all. This is a beautiful mold, I must say. Hasbro, you earned you earned your cookie for the week. You earned your gold star on your homework. You earned your gold star on your homework for sure. Because as repaints go, everybody knows I kind of have a little bit of an. Oh, hey, what's up, Transformers fan? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing, man? So you definitely are for the first. You definitely are the first. That's for sure. So can't even complain to you on that one. So yeah, welcome to the stream. I did man. This is Apelinq. So I did manage to get the leader class Apelinq today. So I do like the way that this looks a lot better than Primal. I'm not even gonna lie. I like the way this looks. However, I know the robot mode head is where I'm going to completely have some second and third, probably fourth and fifth thoughts. So, not even going to lie about that to y'all. Because there's a couple of things with this guy that I really wish they would have fixed because they were small issues on Primal, and just judging by what I'm seeing here, they didn't fix those issues one bit. They didn't fix any of the issues, to my knowledge, one stinking bit. So, yeah, alright. But, yeah. Monkey 2! Yes, this is Monkey 2. This is Apelinq. I managed to pick up Apelinq here. So, managed to pick him up, managed to pick up... that being said, if you guys didn't check out Cool Shorts, he's the guy on TikTok. He's the guy I got the hot rod from. So, if you guys haven't checked him out, highly suggest you do so. So, does some stop motion bits. I think he's going to go far in this Transformers world here. So, all right, there we go. There's that, and then I was gonna say usually this would be the point where we bring the backpack all the way around and rotate this piece, which that way. This goes back here, and then that goes right. There you go. So, hold on here. Hold on, folks. One moment. What? Apparently my neighbors are yelling outside, and I'm not real too thrilled about that. Hold on here. I didn't get him because I already have Primal. Well, this isn't Primal. This is Apelinq. Completely different character. So, actually, if we're going to be honest, Apelinq is a massive different character than Optimus Primal is. Apelinq was, or is, the leader of the Maximals before Optimus Primal was, and in that storyline before that, it basically just kind of says that, you know, Apelinq was the leader of the Maximals. That's all it really goes into detail over. So, I mean, now, yes, I'm going to get into that. You know, it's not a retool. It is a straight up repaint with a few parts remolded, but I'm not going to lie, this is pretty much a straight up repaint. But I'm going to tell you this much. It is one of those repaints that I don't think it's a bad thing if people decide to get the repaint and the regular. If you get both of these, I'm not going to tell you it's a bad thing to get either one, because I have both of them. But, you know, don't knock certain figures until you've given them a chance. I mean, I've made that mistake many a time. Many a times. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize the gorilla hands had multiple different fingers. That's cool. Did not know that. However, that is quite nice. So, I do know these hands need to be like that. And that this needs to completely rotate around. That needs to This needs to be shimmied down to close up that gap. And then this is supposed to... I don't know what this is supposed to do, but I think this is supposed to completely encase this. And then this is supposed to... It's supposed to tab in right here, but I can't get it to tab in for some reason. Because there's just something amiss over this. Let's try... Alright, let's try it this way. That's better. That's better. That tabs in much better. Okay, I feel stupid. But on the brighter note, I feel slightly better about how this looks. So we are going to get into the blades here so soon as I get these taken care of here. So one moment, if you'll bear with me, folks, here. So yeah. But I don't know why I did you have the wildfire alert? Nope, I don't live in California. I don't live in California, and I don't want to, nor do I really care to. So they say that's not my concern, and I say not my concern because the only thing I keep hearing about that is how many celebrities keep losing their California bungalow homes. And I look at that like, okay, so let me get this straight. You have multiple homes to go drop a crap ton of money on, so that way you don't have to sit here and deal with this fire like everybody else. Because if that's the case, then good for you. You then go to your other homes in your other countries and your other everything else, and leave everybody else alone, and stop complaining like people who actually do need to complain, because the insurance policies that certain houses are being put under right now are actually getting canceled out from underneath their owners, out from the policyholders' feet because of these wildfires, because the insurance companies don't want to pay out. And if I hurt somebody's feelings, please let me know. So, alright, now we're getting into the accessories here. So, yeah. We are getting into all the accessories here. Just hold on. Takes just a second to do this. Alright, so comes with that. Oh, there it is. Alright. So, remove this, and remove this. Alright, okay, so it looks like we get more chain for Battle Trap. If that is something y'all need chain for, or if Battle Trap didn't come with chain to begin with. Or, well, he didn't come with chain at all. So, I mean, can't really say that he's, it's bad, but, hey. So, anyways, we got more of this. Yes, he does come with his blades. And they tab in... Where do they go? He doesn't just hold them, does he? Why, I think he does. It's a little anticlimactic. I'd have thought these things would have actually held in somewhere. But these peg pieces are too small for these ports, so that's a little depressing. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm wrong. As usual, I believe I'm wrong. There is a slot here that you can't, I think you're supposed to... Huh? Man. Okay, I get that. That's really dumb. Like, really dumb. They really don't want you to have these equipped only on him to make him a more unique figure than this dude. Now, don't get me wrong. This dude and this dude, very identical transformations, very identical transformation molds, and parts, all of it. Very identical in almost every single way. Okay? Differences being the forearm buff portions here, the shoulders, obviously, and the chest being another one, and or maybe not the chest, but the head sculpt for sure. I'm a little miffed at this figure. Okay, now don't get me wrong. This figure is a great figure. Okay, it's a good figure. My problems with it lie in the weapons. That's where my first problems lied with it. Is this terrible idea for a weapon they've got going on here. And they tried to make you accept that with Primal here, and it just didn't work. So, I checked his elbows. There is nowhere on the back of these elbows here where it's supposed to clip in. Nowhere does it clip in there. So I feel like this is what they were about to release for Optimus Primal and Rise of the Beasts, and instead that's not what they were gifted. I feel like they looked a gift horse straight in the mouth and completely shat on it. Like, they had so many opportunities with this figure, and it just, I feel like they just were like, ooh, money, 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 money. That's all we're gonna do with this is just make tons and tons and tons of money. Let's just keep printing that money going on there. That's what I feel like they did with this, and I don't feel like it worked out in their benefit. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad we've got I'm glad I've got the final Maximal. I'm glad that I did quite enjoy the promotional art. The promotional art for this guy was very, very misleading. Okay, it was very, very misleading. And I'm gonna be honest. I think I like this idea a whole hell of a lot better. So, I like this idea a lot better than the other one. Have them dangling, have some dangling swingable axes. I like this idea. I like this one, sort of. But individual swinging axes, I don't like it being together as one. I really don't. So, yeah. And if I must admit, I think this is the very last of the Maximals for pretty much the entire Rise of the Beast line. I mean, they're gonna get their money's worth out of Scorponok, and they're gonna get their money's worth out of Transit, because they're gonna give us a new Transit. So, yes, this is another transwarp key. You're absolutely right. This is the exact same transwarp key that came with Optimus Primal. The only difference is it is an orange, and is instead of what is up mid art, it's orange instead of painted. And you can still split it in half like you did with the other one. But the other one, I actually think I might have the other one right here. Just give me a brief moment here. I have to go digging in the drawer of mindless accessories here. Go digging through it. Mindless accessories and plenty of guns, blast parts, even really stupid looking shields. So yeah, I think we've even got a couple mini guns in here somewhere. But yeah, I have the transwarp key. It's float. Oh, there it is. There's the transwarp key. Oh, definitely don't want that being used. There we go. Are we getting a concept art Transit? Well, okay, so they're going to get their money's worth out of Transit, because I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to show Transit as a concept character, but they're going to show him as, instead of a concept character, he's going to be a deleted scene character. That's what I've been told. And there's going to be some Transformers that get shown off in deleted scenes that never really get shown off in the actual movie. So from my understanding, they're going to do an entire wave of just characters that came out from deleted scenes. Here's the one that comes with Optimus Primal, and here's the one that comes with Apelinq. Here's the here's Primals. Hold on here. Oop, there we go. Here's Primals. And here's Apelinq. So yeah, a deleted scene. I honestly would prefer a deleted scene line instead of a concept line. Don't get me wrong. A concept line is wonderful and it's still amazing. I love the concept line. Like, I'm very much happy with the fact that we got Sunstreaker, Rumble, Frenzy, freaking Megatron from the Bumblebee movie. I'm very pleased that we've gotten some of those things. The thing that I just wish would happen is that we would just get a line of deleted scene characters and deleted scene only characters, because that would literally open up a pantheon of deleted characters. Like, for example, we would have more Thundercracker. Like, we would have the Transformers that never happened. I do like that Marvelous Ball. Um, yeah, that Sunstreaker is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. So it's a pretty good one, and I'm not gonna lie. I definitely do like the core class concept characters from the Bumblebee movie. Do you think we'll also get Rampage as a concept figure? There's a model for him, but not used. I don't think we're going to, because there's two reasons I believe that. The first one is there wasn't enough, if I'm not mistaken, there wasn't enough of him in the script in order for him to even really be considered as a character. However, from what I also understand, there was multiple drafts of the script, so I don't know which version of the one they ended up, dropping in favor of the one they went with. So from what I understand, are you getting the Studio Series Q when it releases? Yes, I am gonna get it. I had to actually recently sell my Dark of the Moon, my original Dark of the Moon deluxe class wheeljack. I had to sell it because, well, I quit my job and I had to go do a lot of stuff. I had to do some stuff to deal with. I had a lot of stuff to deal with at the time, and I just didn't. I needed the money, and I didn't have the time to deal with, taking it to an appraisal dude, taking it to somebody who is gonna possibly sell it for a majority percentage of whatever. So I just decided not to go that route and decided to just let it be, just let it be. As the Beatles, or was it the Beatles who said that? I can't remember, but anyways, so one of those artists said let it be, and I'm just going to let it be. So that's my plan. I'm just going to let it be for now. So, so yeah, there we go. So I am also planning on getting the Studio Series Leader Class Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. I'm very excited they're going to be doing some more of that stuff. So speaking of Dark of the Moon, do you have the Studio Series Shockwave? I do not. I had the Bywave version, which was slightly better in my opinion. The plastic quality was obviously not the best part of it, but I definitely enjoyed the look of it. I enjoyed the fact there was some die-cast metal to it. I also enjoyed the fact that they had posable fingers on that figure, and the fact that if you wanted to, you could upgrade it with a light inside the cannon. So I'm not saying that you can't do that with the Studio Series version. I'm just saying I liked that version a little better. So. But I'm not saying you shouldn't go get yourself the Studio Series Shockwave, because that's a wonderful Shockwave. And I will probably be buying the re-release of it when it comes out later this year. So, yeah. Alrighty here. Yeah, they are. They actually released the promotional images for it last year. Last year they announced that they're going to be doing. Firstly, they announced last year, from my personal understanding, is that they're going to release in the next wave. It could possibly be the next wave after this one. I'm not 100% certain of that, but from what I understand is the next wave after this one is there's going to be Studio Series Q. They're going to do the re-release of Studio Series 86 Perceptor, but they're going to re-release it with Ratbat and Ramhorn. So that one's happening. From what I understand, we're also getting, along with that one, we're also getting, I believe, I'm not sure about this, but I believe from the last one that I saw, and or the last few listing types I saw, were that we were going to be getting Criminy. I had the name on the tip. It's on the tip of my tongue, and then it just totally disappeared. Crap. Oh my gosh. I think we're getting another drift. I can't be sure of that, but I think we're getting the Bugatti Veyron version of drift. I'm not certain of that, but I think that's what I saw in the listing adverts. I'm not sure, but I know we're getting several crossovers this year. We're getting so many crossovers, it's going to be ridiculous. So, to my knowledge, we're getting the Sonic and Tails, or the Sonic and Tails crossover. So, from what I also understand, those two figures will be completely separate. Um, but we're going to be getting that. We're going to be getting those, and then after that, they're going to be announcing here pretty soon. My house has burned down. Oh, I'm sorry, there, Transformers fan. I didn't know that. I didn't know you lived in Cali. I'm sorry that you. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. That being said, to anybody who is dealing with the fires in seriously, dude, why do you make me look like that? That no. If you're gonna sit here and literally play games with that when there are people's lives on the line, I'm not real too thrilled. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a real big fan of the people of. I'm not a real big fan of the fact that there's a fire going on in California. But at the same time, I'm also not really a big fan of the fact that there are all these celebrities saying, "Oh, my house burned down, poor me." Well, those celebrities, I don't care for them. But at the same time, I do not like the fact that there is a fire going on in California. That is absolutely a problem, and I don't feel like they're handling the situation very well. I am excited for Star Convoy. However, I don't have my pre-order in for it yet, and on top of it, the fact that they're going to be literally releasing a brand new line of figures when they haven't even finished. Like seriously, they haven't even finished Legacy yet. We're still on the final wave of Legacy. Excuse me. Just today, I finally got my first glimpse of the very last little bit of Legacy. And it was one of the cone heads, the Amazon exclusive cone heads that you could get in Legacy Evolutions. Or was it just like, I think it was Legacy Evolutions, yeah. Or, no, not Legacy Evolutions, Earthrise, excuse me. It was that one. Um, so yeah, I'm not really, yeah, that one's a really big, yeah. But my personal thing is that they're not even finished with Legacy yet, and they're already trying to push a brand new line. And on top of it, they're getting pre-orders up the wazoo for the next Studio Series wave after the next. So not this one or the next wave, but they're getting pre-orders for the third and fourth wave of Studio Series this year. Do you think they'll make burritos or Bruticus using the combiner frame from Menasor and Aerial Bots, or will they reinvent the combiner formula for him? He's built slash looks different than the others due to the legs. Okay, I'm going to tell you my personal thoughts on Bruticus. I don't think they're going to do Bruticus. I think they're going to do G2 Menasor before they do Bruticus. That's my first thing. And the second thing is if they're going to do a Bruticus, I don't think they're going to do G1 Bruticus. I think they're going to do War for Cybertron, as in Gamer Edition. I think that's what they're going to end up doing. And I think they're going to have to work their way around Onslaught being a leader class. So, yeah, no, I totally read that wrong. I thought you said burritos, man. It's fine. But I don't think the Bruticus is gonna. I don't think a G1 Bruticus is gonna happen. I think a War for Cybertron Gamer Edition Bruticus is gonna happen. That honestly would make me smile just a little bit more because then if they decide to do that version of Bruticus, they might be very well conducting the idea of doing the War for Cybertron Volcanicus. Which, if they do, I would totally buy them up. I would have no problem doing that. That would be one combiner. I would say 100% going to go for it. Aside from Studio Series 86 Devastator, that one's already going to be going on the list of figures to get this year. But because this year they're already kicking it off very well with they already kicked it off very well with Hatchet and from the Netflix trilogy. That depends because I have quite a few characters that I quite enjoyed from the Netflix trilogy. I actually liked Starscream's character. I think his character was written very much more better than it was normally with the sniveling coward kind of deal. And like in that version, they made Starscream look like, hey, I don't want to deal with this garbage either. I want to live. So look, whatever I have to do in order to live throughout this scenario, I'm all for it. That's what Starscream was all about. That's usually what he was all about too in the Generation 1 comics, and the only way that he tried to do anything of the nature which was against protocol was literally when he tried to challenge Megatron for the throne of leader of the Decepticons. And when he didn't get his way, it usually went along the lines of Megatron would beat the shit out of him for a moment, and then he would end up taking him, throwing him up against a rock, saying, "I'm the leader of the Decepticons. You deal with that." And usually that's how it went for Starscream up until this new Netflix series, which I got to say, oh wait, excuse me, not these new Netflix series. I'm not. Well, I suppose if I'm gonna say that, Thomas, can I call you that? By the way, I'm sorry, dude. You're fine. Just don't do that again, please. I'm not really in the mood to deal with people who are going to fake having issues. And when I say fake having issues, I mean like the situation you already tried to do that. You can call me that. I don't care. That's not my real name because I'm not going to tell you my real name, but I will totally. I'll totally allow you to call me Thomas. I don't care. You're still getting shouted out in the video at the end anyway, so it's fine. Just learn from your lesson, move on, and we all make mistakes, so we'll deal with it later. We all deal with our own mistakes our own way. So yeah, I don't do jokes like that, man, where, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of California, but at the same time I also don't wish every person who lives there a terrible time, if you catch my drift. So like, I mean, my experiences with California are basically just not the greatest. So, and I'm not going to get into the point of contention that I got in, that I makes me not like California. It's just, yeah. So, but anyways, it's it's okay. I'll accept it as a joke and we can move on, please, because I already know that there's death tolls mounting up from this fire. So, yeah. So, but anyways, let's continue on with more on a more positive note. So, that being said, I am slightly disappointed with the robot mode more than I am with the ape mode on this. And I'm going to show y'all why. Look at this head sculpt. It's just gray plastic. This is gray plastic. Just straight up gray plastic. They didn't even bother to paint it. This is sculpted plastic. And they bothered to paint it. What happened? Like, seriously, what happened here? So, anyways, do you think they'll remake the G1 Autobots in the future due to how they redid Ratchet and Ironhide? I know the Kingdom ones exist, but I think Ratchet and Ironhide are proof they can do. But, let me. I don't know if I don't know how late you are to the party of this. Like, I truly don't. But this set exists too. So, Autobot Ratchet and Brawn, I like to call these the childhood trauma 2-packs. I have the Buzzworthy Bumblebee one of Prowl and Ironhide. So remake the G1 Autobots in the future due to they redid Ratchet and Ironhide. I know the Kingdom ones exist, but I think Ratchet and Ironhide prove they can do better. Once again, I truly don't know how late to the party you are on this. I'm trying to like read this within the best context that I can. But if you're referring to the missing link stuff, then they're already doing plenty of those, and they're also releasing a figure that got canceled in the G1 line. So I think that's cool, which is going to be a really nice little addition to it. The one thing that I really don't think they need to do is I don't really think they need to go any bigger than what they've already done. Because if they're going to just literally take the Generation 1 toys over and over and over and over again, and just totally re-release them with more articulation, then just please take note of this. If that's what they're going to do, then why would you have these figures still exist? That's my thing. So John Hasbro selling corpses of characters is so funny. Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie, it is quite nice. I personally like the fact they sell the corpses because it makes it a little bit more entertaining when people say, "What's going on with those guys?" And you say, "Oh, that's the childhood trauma 2-pack. They got killed." So, and on top of it, I think the fact that they did that though with Prowl and Ironhide and Ratchet and Brawn is I do like the fact they did that because then that's going to intrigue people to go, "Oh, why are they like that?" And then they're going to go watch the movie and become more of an intrigued fan. That's the way I see how that's going to go down. So, anyways, next questions, please. Next question. Actually, let me continue off of the question of those guys are in the process of being shot and killed. Yeah. um, but let me try to see if I can read this in once again a different term. Like I said, if you're trying to explain to me, like if you're saying the missing link stuff there, mid art, if you're referring to the missing link stuff, I don't understand the point of that. I mean, I understand doing a few characters here, a few characters there, maybe having it go on for like maybe a year or two, maybe 3. Keep the line just barely going. You don't need to have everybody there. But then I totally think that a few of those things wouldn't be a bad idea. But they've already redone pretty much every single Autobot, every single Decepticon, minus Megatron. They really haven't done him very much justice lately. But they've pretty much done all they can do in terms of that. So I can't really say yes and I can't really say no that they'll continue to make those types of ones at all. And I also can't say yes or no for sure that they're going to do more of, what they're already doing. Cuz now they're starting to dip into the waters of the other versions of Transformers. Like for example, the next like Age of the Primes is basically Legacy 4 if I'm going to be honest with you, because they're re-releasing they're going to be giving us animated characters. They're going to be they're going to be doing stuff like that. Do you think 86 megs will be a gun or a tank? They've already confirmed it's going to be a tank. They already confirmed it. Hasbro has already made several public statements that Megatron is going to be a tank in the Generation 1 Studio Series 86. However, this does not mean that there is not going to be a fan mode. And this also does not mean that Hasbro probably will not send extra little parts to make it look like the Generation 1 Megatron that we all know and love. Because if there is anything I've learned about Hasbro in the Studio Series 86 line in particularly, is that they will tend to wait on certain products and maybe not images, but they tend to wait on certain products to come out, and they don't really let people in on what's happening with said products. So, like I said, I know he's going to be a tank, but at the same time, be prepared. There could be more parts coming with it to make it more G1 accurate. So I'm fairly certain that Hasbro will do that. I just don't think it's going to happen, at least for a while. I think if that Studio Series 86 Megatron's going to happen, I think it's probably going to happen maybe end of this year. So that fits in the collection probably. Didn't New Age have an 86? Yeah, they did, and they released it not too long ago too, but I don't really care for third-party figures. I'm more of an official party collector. Don't get me wrong, I have a few knockoffs, but they're not third party. So, didn't they did do that, but the thing that frustrated me about that was the fact that it was not, it's not first party. So, you'll have yeah, so anyways, I think we'll go for another 5-6 minutes and then we'll end it a little early here this evening. So, but yeah, I don't collect third party stuff. It's just not my jam. Simply because they always try to charge you a little extra more. Just a little extra more. Like for example, if I was to pay, and please take note, this is how stupid this is, okay? If I wanted to pay for a third party knockoff of this guy, I would be paying somewhere in the ballpark of about $70 to $80. I bought this guy off the rack for 55. I I can't get on board with that plan. So I can't get on board with the plan of yeah, that's gonna be more than what it should be. So I can't get on board with that. So alright, let's transform this guy back into a gorilla or an ape, excuse me, as he's supposed to be called. So alright. Let's go in there. There we go. That's got to go there. And this has got to go here. And then this is going to close up on that tab right there. And there we have that leg all done. Do the same thing on the other side. Pop this forward, pop this back. This. Pop this all the way up. Push this up, close this back. Make sure that goes back into place and tabs into that. And make sure all of that closes up. So there's that. So make sure these fold back into place so that way it lines up a little better. Alright, this is where I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to say I ended up getting the mainline primal. He served as my as my Rise of the Beast Apelinq until this dude came out. So alright, that's gotta go there. That goes there, that goes there. Make sure all that just kind of folds down. Like that. There we go. And then let's get this all undone. That's folding in there. That's gonna fold there. That closes that up. Rotate the fist like so. Do the same thing. The other side. Fold this up like so. Take this. Close up the fist. Bring that all the way around. Close this up. Take this. Now you're gonna rotate around. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna rotate around like I told you to. There you go. You're gonna rotate around like that, and that's gonna go there. Okay. So then now, Apelinq like this. Just see if we can't get this dude to stand up straight. I know that for sure. So it's gonna go down like that. And then fold this inwards. And then it just tabs in like that. Gotta be some way to get this to go to stay put. Because there we go. Nope, maybe not. There we go, that's better. Alright, that's gonna work out much better than I had anticipated. Okay. Well, that's not what I was hoping for. I was really hoping that this was not going to be an issue. There we go. So now he looks more animation accurate. There you go. So, all right. So now I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. All right. Where is the other? Where are the transport keys? So that's oh, there they are. There we go. So that one goes with you. We will compare that one there. So, all right. Thank you all for joining in on the live stream. Let's go over them in order here. Let's go over this. We get to shout out everybody here. So do not forget to subscribe to Devin Poon, Big Fan Transformers. Don't forget to subscribe to Marvelous Ball. Don't forget to subscribe to Mid Art, and I think that's just about it. That's everybody who decided to comment in on the show. So, that being said, thank you for tuning in, and do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Don't forget it. Goodbye.